Okay, hello and good afternoon. It's Friday, 3 o'clock, so it must be. Let's talk about it. And we're at
No, that's Wednesday, I think.
intersections. Yeah, I
Let's
can't
talk
remember what I
about,
called this one. Oh no, vocabulary challenge
yeah.
session thing. ESL vocabulary. Thank you. But it's also going to be incorporated into Let's Talk About It. That's what I wanted to say. And what we're going to do, what we do in this session is we look at the forum vocab challenge from previous weeks and we talk about the vocabulary. I answer any questions anybody might have about the challenge as well. So, if you can cast your mind back to the last challenge, not this week's challenge, the last challenge, which was around Christmas, New Year. If you can't remember, go to the vocabulary challenge group in the forum. Okay? And it was April. Can you remember what the sort of theme
The
was?
what? Casino? Casino?
Yeah, it was a casino. Casino.
Casino.
That's
Casino.
right. Now, we could have gone to a casino in Second Life, but I thought that was a bit much for the first session back this year to say, hey, everybody, we're going to Second Life. And so what I did was I found a card table instead. And they are part of casinos, playing cards, card tables, blackjack. People play these games in casinos. So hang on. Hi, Shiny. Can you hear us? Okay, I still can't see a white dot. Um, right, we can hear each other. Do you want to try it? Do you want to relog? I can't see a white dot. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll wait for Shiny to relog. If she still hasn't got a white dot, April, we'll use Discord for voice, okay?
Okay.
I don't know if you've done that before, but Aladdin and I tested it out last night in Snack Chat and it worked fine. So I want to try and let more people join in these sessions. And yeah, we can kind of do it. I'll be pushing my system. I don't think it will push your system too much because Discord's so good with voice. So we'll wait for Shiny. But anyway, yeah, the vocabulary challenge, I think it was number 88, am I right? No,
88 is
87.
this week. Yeah, 87.
It was 87. Awesome. Okay. And I'm sorry it took me so long to give you the answers, but sometimes, especially when I'm on holiday, it gets a little difficult. So let's see if we can
Oh,
get.
I haven't checked.
Ah,
Sorry.
well, there
I
you go.
haven't.
Why do I bother?
Yeah.
You did a good job. It wasn't an easy one, I don't think. But
No, no, it's not
my
easy.
question, I didn't think you'd seen. In fact, I did an at April, by the way. So don't complain to me when I don't respond to your at Lynn's. You didn't respond to my at April. Um, One of my questions was, have you ever been to a casino? And you didn't answer, so
Uh,
you can answer me now.
I no, yeah, I have read that. I read your post, but I always forget to answer
There you go, you
until now.
see?
Yeah, but I'm always so busy, Lynn. You
Ah,
I have so many to do, and because uh, I just I have sometimes time, but I haven't opened my laptop, so that's why I forget always. I read your post on my smartphone. So that is
Oh,
it. So, but if I want to
mm,
answer, I prefer to use my computer or laptop. So that's why I always delay that. I always delay that, and then I forget it again.
well, I had some excellent news when I start because I've been using a new smartphone, as you know, around Christmas, and I've been sort of training it and learning its features. And this one, I haven't tested it on the forum yet. I will do, but in Discord and in Vikings, the game, and in Facebook, I can actually speak, and it types for me.
Ah, really?
Yeah, it's
Is that?
wonderful.
But I don't have. I'm not. I don't trust my Wi-Fi for the voice chatting. Even a line connection, a fast line connection. How do
I
you
don't
say
know what
that
you
again?
mean. Um,
With the electric is what is that mean? The main the network, the
oh yeah, well,
network. We have
this is the thing. On the phone, I've
yeah.
okay when I'm speaking, it types. So I'm not speaking, and people can't hear me.
Ah no
It's
no
not like a
okay
voice
yeah.
session. It's just I speak
Uh-huh.
and it types into chat. Now, I've also used my phone in a couple of Discord sessions. Monday's session, I was on my phone. And last night in Schnack, I was on my phone as well. And it works beautifully because it's new. I'm very impressed with it, I have to say. I'm very impressed with it. I long may it
But Liv,
continue to work, but you do need to have a good headset and a good microphone
uh-huh.
in order for it to work.
Yeah, and I wonder about with that because for Google also as search engine Google for example or the other
Yeah.
search engine you can talk you can say
Yep.
what you want to search, but if you are not correctly pronounce the words I don't
Yes,
think they
but
will
that's
understand.
awesome.
That is
But that's really good for you. You have to concentrate on your pronunciation.
Yeah, and is it also? It depends also on which language you set on your searching engine with.
On your
If
search
you
engine.
say,
Um,
yeah,
Honestly, that's a good question. I don't know. I think it
because
depends on the
if
setup for voice. Okay, sorry,
yeah,
Shiny's just
set up for
asking for
voice.
another teleport. Hang on, let me move away from the table so she doesn't land in the table again. I can't teleport you, Shiny, but I can offer you a teleport. So let's just do that. Okay, there she goes. There she goes. Okay, let's hope she's able to get here with voice. If not, we can use... Okay, so... Ah, there's a dot! I can see a dot! Yay! Hi, Shiny! Can you hear us? Good. You're welcome. You're welcome. You were lost, okay? Lost in hyperspace. Being lost is good. It makes you think, okay? Makes you wake up and think, where am I? Okay, so let me just clear up my chat so we can start again. Right, we were looking at the vocabulary challenge for the casino. I can give you the link. You'll need to be logged in, remember. But there's the link. And April still hasn't answered the question. Have you ever been in a casino?
Yes, I have been in the casino. I think a couple of times,
Oh,
but I didn't really play myself. I went there with oh sorry. I went there with a good friend, and mostly she played, and I just watch, and I just from time to time they came the people who worked there came with some snacks and some drinks, and I just drink and eat something, and but I some drinks, yeah, and but I did how do you say it? I did put some money for her to play for me, and the first time we won, and then we went again there, and at last we didn't make any profit, and we stopped. I
So
don't know,
in
but
the
I
end,
think
in the end,
at
not
the
at
end,
last. At
in the
last, it
end,
would
in
be.
the end.
At last, I've won the lottery. I've been playing for
Ah, yeah.
years.
Uh,
But in the end, yeah. So you drew. You drew in the end.
I drew. Drew
Yeah.
is stopping.
You
Oh,
drew
okay.
means you didn't lose anything and you didn't win anything.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
There's
Yeah.
only. Do you know what it means if I say only the house ever wins?
The we call it the banker, no? The
Well,
one who.
the whole thing is the house. The casino is often called the house. Okay. And overall, when you put all the losses and all the wins together, the house always wins. Okay, so you might hear that as well. The house always wins. Shiny, we can see you fine. If you're having problems, yeah, I apologise, but as you know, these kitely things are a little, any virtual worlds are a little greedy. Can you speak? Have you got voice? I haven't heard you yet.
Late.
Yeah, okay, you got a lot of lag, yes.
Yeah, I'm a little bit late. Um,
Let me just. Oh, I can't delay. Ah. Yes, I heard you, but I can't hear you now. I heard you for a moment, and then, but I'm trying to set up your voice differently because it was a bit loud. Okay. There it is. Okay. Oh gosh. Again, I think your mic is a bit close. So it was 111, but not now. I can't hear anything at the moment. Okay, so you can draw, you can win, you can lose. To win, to lose, to draw. Nobody wins, nobody loses, everybody gives up. So you did the right thing, I think, by folding. So you folded. That's a card term, though. If you fold, you stop playing. Okay, so did you have any questions about the actual vocabulary? It is a little bit specialist, but there's some vocabulary that might crop up in other areas of people's lives. I got very confused when I first came to Europe and I saw the word casino. Any ideas why? Why might I find the word casino confusing in Europe?
A violin?
Hmm. Any ideas?
I don't
You've
know
learned
why.
French.
Yeah, but casino is in French also.
Yeah,
Casino,
but
I
there's
think.
also a casino that's just like a meeting place. It's not actually a casino. It's just like a meeting room.
Yeah, I always if you say casino, I my mind goes always to that word Casino Royale. But what was that again?
Oh,
Casino
that
Royale.
was
Is that the
James
movie?
Bond. That was James Bond.
Ah, that's James Bond.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ian Fleming, Casino Royale.
Ah.
So yes, Shiny. In that context of gambling and playing games, if it's a draw, neither side has won, neither side has lost. So you can have a draw in a tennis match, you can have a draw in football. Oh, they drew. Yeah. West Ham and I don't know, Liverpool drew 0-0. Marco will never forgive me, but
That word draw is also that a word that has so many meanings. No?
I know, I know. And a lot of casinos now are online, of course. You don't have to go to a casino anymore. Online gambling is a huge industry and also a huge problem in the UK. Where's a famous place for casinos? When you think of casinos, is there anywhere you think of? You said Casino Royale, April. Anything else?
Every big city, I think, has their own casinos. Mostly, as I can remember now, a lot of casinos is situated near the sea. Like in the Netherlands, it's in Scheveningen, it's in the sea, at the sea, and here in Belgium is in Ostende. Is that in Knokke? In Ostende, I think. It's also near the sea. Maybe because there are a lot of at the seaside, yeah, a lot of people goes there for recreation, and then one of their recreation activities also gambling, maybe.
Yeah, I can think of one very large place that's very famous for the casinos that's nowhere near the sea. Any ideas what I mean? Las Vegas? Oh, I can think of somewhere that is nowhere near the sea, but very famous for casinos. Any ideas?
Ah, Las Vegas.
Yeah, can't get further, I don't
Ah.
think. They're right in the desert, aren't they? Okay, so it's a gambling city. Okay, and one of the things that you find often in casinos, we covered the vocabulary in the challenge, and that was the roulette wheel. Now, you can go into Second Life and find casinos there which you can actually play with Linden dollars, or some of them are play for free. But as I say, I decided not to take you there because it would have caused too much consternation, I think. However, Shiny was worried about her connection speed. Shiny, if we have problems, I am going to offer voice in Discord with screen sharing, where you can watch what's happening and you won't have to log in world. But that will be, again, something for the future. We'll try it first on Monday with our new book reading. We will use voice in Discord. I will screenshot from Kitely or Second Life or wherever it is we end up, and people can join me there, but we will be reading in Discord in a group, okay? So I'll explain more on Monday. You're welcome. I do realise that other people are having problems. Aladdin couldn't get voice to work yesterday, so Marco, Aladdin and myself, we all ended up in Discord using voice there, and it was fine. Aladdin was logged in to Kitely with no voice. It didn't matter because he could hear us, and I could still show the screen share of what was actually happening in Kitely or anywhere else that I care to show. We'll see how it goes. I can't say that we'll be able to do it forever, but we'll try it and see how it works. Okay, another thing, of course, that you see a lot. Can you think of anything else you might see in a casino? April, you've been to a casino. Shiny, I'm not sure if you have been to a casino before, or if you even like gambling. So can you think of something else other than a roulette wheel that you would see?
In slot machine?
Slot
I've
machines.
never been.
Yeah, the slots. Yes. Good. Yeah, very good. April, you were trying to say something?
A game with cards, gambling with cards,
Yeah,
blackjack,
card
for example.
tables. Card
Card table.
tables. Can you think of any of the card tables, the most common card games that you'll see in a casino?
Is that blackjack, Lee?
Yeah, there's blackjack.
Yeah.
21, yeah, I think that's also called pontoon. Pontoon, I think. So you've got blackjack, pontoon, which is 20, where you have to score 21 in as few cards as possible. If you go over 21, it's bust. You bust. Yeah. There's also baccarat. Baccarat is the kind of thing that James Bond would play. April. And then, of course, the biggest card game of them all begins with a P.
Ah, poker.
Poker.
Poker face.
That's it. Oh,
Yeah,
how did I
you
know you
need
were
a
going to
poker
say
face.
that? I see your poker face. Poker face. So I think they're the most common. I mean, with cards, there are hundreds of games you can play with cards, but they're the ones you're most likely to find card tables in casinos. And here in front of us, as you can see, we have a card table. Now, quite often, card tables are actually green. They're covered in green felt or green, I think it's baize it's called. I don't know if you know that word. Baize. It's like a felt material, B-A-I-Z-E.
Ah, we call it velour.
Velour. Yeah, velour is
Velour,
more of a
velour.
velvet. Baize is more of a woolly felt type material. And you often find it on card tables and billiard or pool tables. They're covered in this green baize. Okay? But this is a wooden card table. But that's okay. We can cope. So do you like playing
But
cards?
I don't see that, Lynn. The
What?
table is for me just brown. Brown and without, and what is that? I think some kind of card in
In
the
the middle,
middle of
in the
in
centre of
middle.
the table, yeah.
Middle?
It's just a
cen-
brown wooden table. There's no green baize here. I'm just saying,
Ah,
in
okay.
in a
Okay.
casino, you wouldn't find a table like this. You would find a green baize card table. Okay, but here we've got this
But
wooden
one thing,
table.
Lynn,
Hmm.
about cards, I don't think in the casino they have domino cards.
What do you mean domino cards?
Do you know domino?
I know
That is
dominoes. Dominoes,
Yeah.
the little tiles. They're not cards. They're
Yeah.
tiles.
But that is yeah, no, they have also cards. Shiny, you know that there's a Chinese gambling game actually. Yeah, in Asia we use that a lot. We use that a lot, I think, to gamble So you have to put the same number on top on top of the other, and then you make it's not from tiles. It is from cards from yeah, a card actually, small one, about 6 centimeter to 2 centimeters, something like that.
Yeah, we wouldn't call them
And
dominoes because dominoes are small black tiles with numbers on them. And a game of dominoes, you lay flat on the table and the numbers have to follow, and you end up with like a snaking line of dominoes that you can until you have actually played all your dominoes. The first person to use up all their dominoes is the winner. So no, I haven't used dominoes as cards. Cards are cards, playing cards or just cards. In fact, let's read a little bit about cards then. Okay. So, April, if you would like to read the first. Roulette is, did you look at the picture in the vocabulary challenge, Shiny? Roulette is where you've got the wheel with the ball and you spin the wheel and the ball lands in a pocket, and that's the number on the table that wins. You put your chips on the table and then you spin the ball. You choose a number, or you can choose a colour, black or red, or you can choose a mixture, odd or even, that kind of thing. And if your number comes up on the roulette wheel, then you win. That's roulette. Roulette isn't a card game. Okay? You have a roulette table and a croupier. Have a look at the vocabulary challenge. You'll see lots of the vocabulary to do with that. But April, if you'd like to start reading.
Can you repeat the last letter? You're broken. You're broken. You're breaking up. Breaking.
Ooh, okay, you're breaking. I'm losing voice. Ah, I'm breaking up. Okay, it is Friday, and that means hubby's working from home today, and sometimes that can eat my bandwidth. Might be your connection too, of course. Maybe. Can you see the text? Okay, do you want to try reading it?
Can hear you also breaking up, so I don't know if you can hear me. Okay. In playing cards, a suit is one of the categories into which the cards of a deck are divided. Most often, each card bears one of several pips symbols showing to which suit it belongs. The suit may alternatively or additionally be indicated by the color printed on the card. Hearts and diamonds are red, spades and clubs are black. Spades. Oh, clubs. We call hearts and diamonds, spades and... Ah, yeah, okay.
Can you see
what
the
we
symbols
call it?
I've just typed up? The first
okay.
is heart, and the second is diamond.
Yeah.
And then you've got the
Diamonds,
spade, and then you've got the club.
And then, what do we call that? Heart, oh, I don't remember now.
Okay, well, there are different names for them in different countries. This is the English names for them, of course. Okay, so you've got the 4 suits. Shiny, would you like to do a little bit of reading? We'll try it.
Playing cards were first invented in China during the Tang Dynasty. A playing card is a piece of specially prepared heavy paper, thin cardboard, plastic-coated paper, cotton paper blend, or thin plastic marked with distinguishing motifs, and used as one of a set for playing card games. They are typically palm-sized for convenient handling.
Very good. Well done. I would say just Tang Dynasty, not Dynasty. If you say Dynasty, it's more a nasty death. We say Dynasty. There was a TV program actually called Dynasty, um, and people used to jokingly call it Dynasty. So try it, Dynasty. Oh,
When I was in school, the teacher taught us that we should pronounce it that way. Then, then they are wrong.
well, they have been known to be. If you have a look at the actual pronunciation symbols, then you've got it there. Dynasty. You got the not nasty, nasty, and then din.
Dynasty.
Okay. I don't even think it is particularly American English, but yes, some people might say dynasty, but they still wouldn't say nasty, because nasty is a nasty word. It's a, ew, that tastes horrible, that's so nasty. Okay. The nasty Nazi, if you like. So try it, Shiny. Dynasty.
Dynasty.
That's it. Perfect. Well done. And then just at the end, let me just see. Yeah, here we go. Distinguishing motifs. A motif.
Motif.
Yeah.
Motifs.
So it's just a motif is just an image or a design. Okay, we were talking. Remember our sessions on patterns and shapes. Yeah, so you've got a motif, then it's this particular shape that often occurs more than once. Okay, and the motif, of course, on a card is the suit. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, April, if you'd like to continue.
Okay. A full pack of cards contains 52 cards. Oh.
You were too soon.
Okay. Organized into the four suits, spades, clubs, diamonds, and hearts. Sometimes a pack of cards is called a deck. The rank for each card is determined by the number of pips on it, except on face cards. Ranking indicates which cards within a suit are better, higher, or more valuable than others, whereas there is no order between the suits unless defined in the rules of a specific card game. Unless playing with multiple decks, there is exactly one card of any given rank in any given suit. A deck may include special cards that belong to no suit, often called jokers. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Okay, specific. Specific. Is that the back card? The back side? Or, not back side. the
Okay, so the face card. What is a face card? Sorry, I'd muted in the stream. The face card is the card that has somebody's face on it. So when you look at cards, a lot of them are just numbers and pips, as they said, the number of hearts or clubs or diamonds that appear on the card. But then you have ones that don't have these pips all over them. They have faces. Can you think of what cards actually have a face on them?
the king, the queen, and the jack.
Yay! Well done. Good. Yeah, the king,
Yeah.
the queen, and the jack are what they call face cards. And we often talk about dealing cards face up. What does it mean if I said deal 6 cards face up?
Open the card. Yeah.
Not open
With
them.
No.
Well,
The other side.
you can open a pack of cards to open a pack of cards. Okay. But if you deal them face up, you deal them so that you can see the value of the card. So that the value is facing up from the table. The opposite of face up, of to deal something face up. Any idea? What can you think? Think logically.
Close.
No, face down.
Oh, face down. Okay.
So if you deal the cards face down, nobody can see what, apart from the person who sometimes lifts the cards up or holds the cards in their hands. If they're dealt face down, no one else can see the value of the cards you have. If they're dealt face up, people can see what you've got. Poker, if you think about poker, at the beginning of a round, the cards are dealt face down, and then as you start betting, the dealer deals the cards face up, and people then have to guess what she got in her hand. And we call it a hand of cards quite often. To deal a hand. Okay?
It's not easy to play cards, actually.
There's a lot of vocabulary for something so simple. Playing cards, do you know what we said poker face earlier. Do you know what a poker face is?
Yeah. That is if you you have a mimic, but that mimic will hide your real intention.
Yeah, it means to not
Right?
show your feelings. You don't show whether you've got a good hand or a bad hand. And the other people have to guess. Now, sometimes people can't help but show in some way when they've got a good or a bad hand, and they call that the tell. Yeah, they've got a tell. Maybe their eye will twitch, maybe their nose will wrinkle, maybe a little upturn of the mouth. That's your tell. And that's what poker is all about, to find out the other person's tell. I have not got a good poker face, by the way. I blush. I blush if I've got a good, and I can't control it. It's awful. So
Yeah, I will be very nervous. Yeah, I think. Yeah, if I have good cards, maybe they will know it because
yeah.
I will have no patience. I will be impatient.
You just suddenly start betting everything on the table. Hey, I've got a good hand. I bet you 1,000 Smarties that I call that bet. I match it. Okay. Shiny, if you would like to read a little bit more.
Yes. The rank for each card is determined by the number of pips on it, except on face cards. Ranking indicates which cards within a suit are better, higher, or more valuable than others, whereas there is no order between the suits unless defined in the rules of a specific card game. Unless playing with multiple decks, there is exactly one card of any given rank in any given suit. A deck may include special cards that belong to no suit, often called jokers.
Yeah, because Shiny read the same one. Eh? She okay. Its suit content. Yeah, its suit contains 13 ranks. The modern common hierarchy is Ace, King, Queen, Jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. For example, aces are high and twos are low. In a large and popular category of trick-taking games, one suit may be designated in its skill to be trumped, and all cards of the trump suit rank above all non-trump cards and automatically prevail over them, losing only to a higher trump if one is played to the same trick. I don't understand anything about this one.
Well, yeah, sorry about that. As I say, it is a complicated thing for such a simple, you think, oh yeah, it's a pack of cards, that's enough, but then you've got to know all these different terminology if you want to actually play a game. Okay, there's just the one word there. It's very nicely read. Designated, not design. To design,
okay.
yeah, to design something, but to designate something, to give it a value, to give it a purpose, to designate it. Okay.
Okay, designated.
That's
designated.
It. Very good. Well, you did exactly the right thing trying to work out from what you know what the pronunciation is, but as you know, in English that doesn't always work. So you've got the suits, the 4 suits. Now in some card games like Whist, there's a trump suit, and it might be the spades, the hearts, the diamonds, or the clubs, and that means that suit is automatically worth more than any of the other suits. So in your hand of cards, you want to have the trump set. You want to have the trump. And then you've got a good hand and you will win that round of cards. Okay? And you trump the other person. So even if shiny, for example, aces, by the way, can be high or low. Some games say aces high. Some games say aces low. So if it was aces high and shiny had the ace of hearts, and you had the 3 of clubs, but clubs were trumps, shiny plays the ace of hearts, you play the 3 of clubs, who would win the hand?
Oh, say it again, Lynn.
Okay. Clubs are trumps. Let me type it up, then you can kind of try and work it out. This is logical. So clubs are trumps. Ace is high. So Shiny plays the ace of hearts. You play the 3 of clubs. Who wins the hand?
Me, I think.
Yeah,
Because
even though it's only a
clubs
3,
ace is high.
that's
Yeah.
it. You've trumped that word, I'm afraid. You've trumped Shiny.
But who decides that, Lynn? That
It's
that
decided
clubs
by
is-
the game, by the rules of the game.
the game.
You have to read the rules. There's one card book, Hoyle's. According to Hoyle, all cards on the table. Hoyle's is like the Bible of card games. It tells you all the games, all the rules. Now, in some games, the trumps will change. So it will go from diamonds, then hearts, then spades, then clubs, and then no trumps. No trumps means all cards are just have their face value. Okay? Oh, there's another one. The face value of something. What does that mean? The face value. Any idea? What's its face value?
Is it still about card or something else, Lynn?
Kind of comes on cards because we've got this face up, face down. So what might face value be? Where might you see
The value of the king or queen or jack, but
Yeah,
the
but
which
other
color
things
is-
too. Other things too. So the face value of a banknote. If you've got a £10 banknote, its face value is £10. Okay. The
Ah,
apparent worth of something is its face value. How much is it worth? What's its face value? You can take someone at face value. So when you first meet them, you take them at face value. You believe what they tell you because you don't know any better. If you then find out they've been lying, you never believe anything they say again. Okay? Okay, so we've got a card game in front of us. Now I've got a feeling that Shiny's connection won't allow us to play the game, but what we can do is read about the rules of the game, if you like, and let me see if I can find my... So if you click on the table, it should give you a note card. Oh. Okay, and we'll read the rules, I think. If you can't find the rules, now this table is called Morgan Spade's table. Okay, and it's got some of this terminology in it, so I'll give you little bits to read. Shiny, if you could start. Oh, I've got to just. There you go. Shiny, if you could read the text.
Spades is a trick-taking game played by 4 players in 2 teams. Teams are made up by the players facing each other. The game is played with a standard card deck with 52 cards. Cards in each suit are ranked 2 as lowest to ace as highest. Suits have no special ranking, but the suit leading the current trick will always win the trick unless trumped by a spade.
Very good. So we've got aces high, spades as trumps. Okay, good. Nicely read. Well done. Now, a trick. I know you know that a trick can be like a practical joke, but here the trick is that particular round of the game. Who's going to win the trick? Who's going to win that round of cards? Okay. Any questions?
Well, I don't understand that, Lynn. Cards in each suit are rank 2 as lowest to ace as highest.
That means
Rank
ace is
2,
the
what is
most
that?
valuable card and 2 is the
Yeah?
least valuable.
Oh. Ah, okay. Okay. I read it wrongly. So I have to read cards in each suit are rank 2 as lowest to ace as highest. Okay, I understand it
Okay,
now.
they're ranked. The 2 is the least valuable and the ace is the most valuable. So it goes from top to bottom. Ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay? That's a pretty standard ranking for a card game as well. Okay, so April, if you could read about the object of the game.
Okay. The object of the game is to score points and reach the score defined as game target, generally 500. A team can also lose the game by dropping below minus 200 points. Points are gained by winning at least the tricks in a hand as bid by the team and lost when failing to get the bid. There are some special rules and game options explained below which can have influence on the scoring. Okay, thank you.
Very good, well done. So nicely read. Okay, so the rules are there. I always say with cards, the best way to learn the rules is to play a couple of hands. That means just to learn by doing. Now, of course, we've run out of time, and I've never played this game before. We also would need a fourth person to make up 2 teams. April and I would be in one team, Shiny and the invisible player would be in the other team. So we won't play it. However, the good news is, and you know, one of the reasons I say try getting into virtual worlds to meet other people, on this sim, which is actually owned by somebody called Dot Matrix, who's a very clever lady, does a lot of work in OpenSim, and I think is active, or used to be at least active in Second Life. But anyway, they actually meet here every Friday at 1 p.m. Second Life time. So if you wanted to watch people play or have a game yourself, then you could try joining them. I've never been, I don't know. I have spoken to Dot Matrix before and she seems a nice person, so or they seem a nice person. But give it a go and see if you can get a game in and let me know who wins.
But how can we come here, Lynn?
You just
If
come
we
here
don't
from,
have
okay, this is where I try to say to you, log into Kitely. Okay, so if you go to Kitely, and then I'll give you the link here, and I'll try to give you the link also in, so you'd go, instead of going to the Learn English Network page in Kitely, you'd go to the Intersections page in Kitely, click on that, and then open your browser and it will bring you here, okay? So you just click on there, you click on Enter World, and it will bring you here. You then have to join, well, it would bring you to Intersections, and then you'd use the purple glowy telehub and choose the TMP part, TMP Island, okay? Okay, good. Awesome. Any questions? Not about the rules of the game, but the vocabulary. I'll put the link
Yeah,
up in the
actually,
forum as well.
yeah, thank you. But still, the answer from the vocabulary is also not easy because, like rake, I have found that word, but here number 9, for example, steak. Number 9, what is that? Steak is in the picture.
Okay, you
Oh,
gave, when you went to the casino, you gave your friend money to bet for you. That was your stake. It's the amount of money you have to lose.
okay, to
So how much do
lose.
you... Sorry, you might win, you might win. But how much did you stake on it? How much did you stake on the outcome? How much did you bet? So a stake can be just a piece of wood to go through a vampire's heart. But it can also be a verb and a noun to mean that's what you basically are betting. Okay? A sum of money that you're gambling on winning, if you like. You can stake money on a horse. You can stake someone. You can lend them money in the hopes that they'll be successful and pay you back more. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Lynn. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. But yes, if you read it only knowing about vampires and wooden stakes, it would be confusing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've run out of time. I'll be in TGIF later, but I do have to go now. But thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed it and you've learned something. Any questions? I've put the link to Intersections. In fact, I'll put high stake card games. Okay. There you are. If it's a high stake game, it means you need a lot of money to play. High stakes poker means it's like millions on the table. Not I play high stakes gummy bear poker. You too, Shiny. Have a nice weekend. I'll see you next week, I hope. And don't forget, on Monday, do meet up in Discord for voice. I'll remind you in Kitely, but we'll see how it works using Discord for voice. Okay. Take care now.
So Monday we just do the voice on Discord then, Lynn.
We're going to do the voice on
Monday.
Discord, and I'm going to try to screen share Kitely so that people who can't get into Kitely, who can't get it to work, can at least experience the story and the but do log into Kitely as well if you can, because there'll be a game to play. We're doing Robin Hood. We've got to try archery, haven't we?
Yeah.
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Okay, you take care. Thanks for coming. Have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend.
Thank you, Lynn.
Yeah.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Shani.
Bye, Shiny.